What is it that you're teaching from a sales perspective? What are the steps to the sale? How do you get people good at that, right? What do you have to go through to close a high ticket sale?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So my philosophy, and I basically just made this up after taking like 3,000 sales calls. Okay, so what happened was I was taking a bunch of sales calls, and I was really trying to figure out, like, how do I say this? Like some sort of checklist I could do, or some sort of way where if I covered these points, I would make the sale, right? And I don't think there's any sort of foolproof way you can ever do that. But the way I sort of figured this out is I realized if there's a certain amount of things I can cover, or sort of like tick the boxes on a sales call, it'll eliminate the objections before the close. Okay? So here's what I came up with over tons of time doing this. So basically there's 7 beliefs the prospect needs to have to buy. There's pain, doubt, cost, desire, money, support, trust. So pain is, do they have a problem? There's 2 types of problems. There's like, you have back pain, right? That's like an actual problem. And then there's also a unfulfilled desire. That's like you do maybe, the triathlons and stuff like that. Obviously that's not a pain. If like, let's say you invest in a coach to help you set a new all-time personal best record or hit a track that you've never done before, that's not necessarily a pain. You're investing in that to serve a unfulfilled desire. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
yes.
You could kind of think of like there's pain, or there's also just some sort of a gap between where they are now to where they want to be. That's the first core belief. The second belief, and so pain is the most important one, because all the other 7 are predicated on this one. Okay? Doubt is the reason why they just don't want to do this on their own. Right? Can they not do it on their own? Do they not have the skills, abilities? Do they want to get there faster? It doesn't mean necessarily getting them in the sales conversation to admit that like, oh, I can't do it. You know, it's not like that. It's just like, what is the reason why at the end of the conversation, they're not going to say, you know what, man, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, or no, we're just going to figure this out. The third belief is cost. The pain of inaction. Is it more than the pain in terms of time, energy, and resources of investing in your program? Right? So like a big part about how Tony Robbins, like if you ever go to UPW, he takes people through like the Dickens. And what that's doing is it's building leverage on themselves. Okay? It's building this cost of if I don't do anything, to where the future cost of pain becomes greater than the pain of actually taking the action in the form of time, energy, money, reputation, all of those different things. So that's cost. Desire is the compelling payoff of fixing the pain. Pretty simple, right? What's the goal? Support is, do people around them, close to them, support them in fixing the pain? And then money, which is, do they have the resources and willingness to fix the pain? The last one is trust, right? And that's, do they trust you? Do they trust the company? And most importantly, do they trust your specific methodology to fixing the pain? The prospect, because they already believe all the things they need to believe to be true to buy, they're just going to close themselves and not look at you as like a hardcore salesperson, but as a leader.